Dr. Kelvin Daly, who is at the center of a land dispute in Cades Bay, is alleging that his removal from the land is politically motivated. Dr. Daly said he was given permission by the Department of Agriculture to use the land for farming purposes since 1998. He claimed he has been using the land since. However, Premier Brantley said that the Agriculture Department informed him that the land was not in active agricultural use for over 8 years, and it was cleared by the government in November. Dr. Daly said the comments made by Premier on the issue on his weekly radio program recently suggested that the issue is a political one and is not legal or ethical, as the Premier is suggesting.
This, Mr. Huey, is not a question of culpability or even a legal argument about land tenure and who is right and who is wrong. This is a question of abuse of power by a government against a member of the opposition who just happens to be a farmer. Mr. Huey, the land issue was also manufactured as a part of a larger political strategy designed to help the CCM candidate in St. Thomas's. If you listen to the Premier's broadcast a week ago Wednesday, he alluded to the fact that he stood with the young men of St. Thomas's against the big bad Daly who is trying to steal government land. That is a narrative that they're pushing, us against them. A divide and conquer, we're going to take all strategy that has divided this country.
Dr. Daly, speaking on Voice of the Caribbean Radio's Let's Toss in Kitchenevis on Tuesday, was asked why he did not seek formal permission to use the land. Would it have been then not prudent to sort formal arrangement for the use of the land so that if the government comes and try to get you off, you can show them, hey, I have papers, I am in legal use of this land?
Mr. Huey, that is a sound question. It's a good question. That was an error on my part to underestimate the depths at which these gentlemen hate me and hate the Negress Reformation Party. That is my fault. That is my burden to be underestimating them. And I beg for forgiveness from my party and the Indonesian public, but I never thought in my wildest dreams that it'll come to this.
Brantley was asked about the incident at his press conference last week. He condemned any act of vandalism, but said as far as the Department of Agriculture is aware, there was no formal agricultural activity on the land for some 8 years prior to the clearing of the land.
Since there was no lease, there was no tenancy, as I said, I don't know that there could have been any eviction. The lands were simply abandoned, so far as the evidence shows. And in any event, some young people would have approached the government and asked for lands to farm, and they were provided with a portion of those lands. It is after the government went, as we're doing for all farmers, to clear the lands, to plow and prepare the lands, that I gather the gentleman showed up again and some type of altercation emerged. Notwithstanding, I have said at the outset of this press conference that we must condemn any acts of criminality against anybody, and we must condemn any acts of vandalism against anybody. But we have also to ask our people to conduct themselves lawfully, decently, and properly. Because we have farming going on at Cades Bay, we have farming going on at Potworks, we have farming going on at New River, we have farming, whereas we have farming going on at Prospect. We have lots of farming happening on Nevis. We have backyard farmers, we have commercial farmers. I'm told yesterday, informally, that we have over 70 registered farmers on the island. We have animal farmers, we have fisher folk, and nobody else seems to have any confusion.
Dr. Daly said the Department of Agriculture had informed him that a notice was given last year for farmers using land without a formal arrangement to come in and regularize such arrangements. This notice, Dr. Daly said, was given on Vaughan Radio, but he was unaware of it. Dr. Daly said that he has reported the incident of vandalism to the police, but he doubts anything will be done on the matter. He is also mulling legal action, but refrained to say whether he stood any chances of gaining legal use of the land without any formal documentation. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.